This is Michael Dawes, Director of Public Relations at Barton Community College. Today we have the pleasure of talking with Dave Barnes. He's the college's new director of the Ellie, Gus, and Eva Schaefer Memorial Art Gallery. Been on the job just a little over a month now. How are you adjusting to your new surroundings and your new gallery?
Well, I got to tell you, the folks in Great Bend and the folks here at Barton have been nothing but helpful and friendly, and myself and my family feel very much at home here. We feel like we're going to have a really good stay in Great Bend and at Barton.
And I know you brought with you your wife. You have a daughter?
You have a daughter, yes, she's 13 in the middle school here, yeah.
And so you guys have come from Oklahoma, and so you've made this adjustment, and you've been here about a month, so it's good that you're getting acclimated.
Well, we made the grand crossing, and like I said, we do really feel at home, and people have been very helpful. And I got to tell you, the Schaefer Gallery is really a remarkable institution. It's a beautiful, edifice, but beyond that, it's just the collection that we have here at Barton. It never ceases to amaze me. I open up a drawer, I pull out a screen, and there's more art, and I'm just like overwhelmed by, the real treasure that we have here at Barton in the Schaefer Gallery.
Tell our listeners more about your experiences.
Well, before my appointment at Southeastern, I was at Penn State. And at Penn State, I was an assistant professor of art history and women's studies, and I had a really good time working in the integrative arts department, which was kind of unique in that it was an attempt to pull all the arts together into an atmosphere where there was a lot of collaboration going on. So you didn't think just in terms of art or in terms of music, but art and music combined, or art and music and drama combined, that kind of thing. And before that, I was a professor at Montana State University in Billings, Montana. And while I was in Montana, I really was interested in and really excited about immersing myself in Native American culture. And I got to be very close friends with a Crow family. And I lived for a while down on the Crow Reservation and became involved in all aspects of their life. And one of the things I kind of like to say is that I never learned to dance with wolves, but I did learn the proper way to sweat with crows. The Sweat Lodge was really the center of their community, their community activities and that kind of thing. I'm really interested in non-Western cultures, and I'm really interested in the notion of time. And so for the last couple of years, I've been doing some research and publishing in the area of how artists and writers create the illusion of the passage of time, how they create narratives that reinvent or skew our notion of time. And that's been really exciting to me. And one of the areas that I'm really interested in, I'm really excited about, is that last couple of years I've written articles about graphic novels, where we have the art of a traditional comic book, but we have the kind of literary depth and sophistication of real literature, if you will. And that's been very exciting.
You seem to grasp the not just art, but the whole encompassing realm of humanities. You mentioned Montana, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma. You got quite an extensive list of experiences and what have you. Just wondering, and I'm sure our listeners are too, why you opted to make Barton Community College and the Schaefer Gallery part of that journey that you're taking.
Well, ultimately, I kind of, define myself as an educator. And I began to realize that, education is more than just what happens in a classroom. And I've always been very much the kind of person who wants to break down artificial barriers and work outside of boxes. And I always felt like a community art gallery was just a wonderful place to really give people experiences which are educational in the sense of being broadening to who they are, as human beings. And so I was very excited about the idea, particularly the way the Schaefer Gallery is situated. It's kind of got a unique position in the community. of the Schaefer as being a kind of place where I could sort of explore those ideas and seeing if there's some way that we could sort of like unite the Schaefer with other arts organization and really make it part of a kind of a matrix or a web of the humanities, of the entertainment, of education, if you will.
We've got a current exhibit just started. Can you tell people about the current exhibit, New Quilts from an Old Favorite?
National Quilt Museum in Paducah, Kentucky sponsors a competition every year. And the basis of the competition is that they take traditional block designs, okay, that quilt makers have used for decades, and they ask quilt makers to take these designs and do something new with them. And I think last year the theme was sunflower. The sunflower block is a very traditional kind of a quilt form. And so what we have are the award winners, the pick of the crop. And they're beautiful, they're really awesome. I'm just overwhelmed by how these quilt makers have taken the craft of quilt making and turned it into really a fine art form.
Later this semester, actually during the time you have the new quilts happening, you're also going to bring in the Schaefer Gallery Holiday Tree display, which has been a tradition. That tends to bring in quite a large audience. Obviously parents want to see what their kids decorated in the tree, and the kids are just as proud as punch to have their decoration and be part of something that's in an art gallery. So
yeah, I'm very excited about it. I've heard lots of good tells about people's experiences during the holidays, and we're hoping to make the holiday open house very special this year.
And thanks for joining us, Dave. This is Michael Dawes signing off.